So Deadpool and Wolverine has been an all-out success and has achieved basically everything that Disney Marvel had hoped for, as it's made over $600 million already and has brought back a lot of interest to the MCU, which, let's face it, hasn't been there for quite some time. And that's all because finally a Marvel movie chose to put its audience first and actually entertain the fans, as opposed to leading with some message and making that the whole point of the movie, like the way numerous other MCU projects have done in recent years. So of course fans were excited to finally get a movie that is extremely diverse, yet didn't make that the point of the film or use it as a marketing gimmick. But according to certain Hollywood media outlets, that's what movies are apparently meant to do, because entertainment value or story value isn't as important as messaging, because numerous media outlets have chosen to attack Deadpool for being quote-unquote sexist, homophobic, and somehow toxically centrist.
What the hell are you talking about?
And the articles we're going to look at today are from Showbiz Cheat Sheet as well as IGN, because I did find it strange that IGN were making articles like this one, claiming that fans deserve better than Deadpool, all the while praising objectively trash MCU movies like The Marvels and She-Hulk. I mean, there is no way that Deadpool and Wolverine is worse than those two projects. On top of that, to say that the MCU fans don't deserve Deadpool, yet somehow deserve She-Hulk, is just downright insane. But according to IGN's review, a problem with Deadpool is the way that it actively tries to serve the fans and give them moments that they enjoy. While in their She-Hulk review, something that they praised was the way that it takes toxic masculinity to task.
Huh?
I mean, it's utterly ridiculous to say that what makes a story or piece of entertainment good is the social perspective. I mean, why are we forgetting that just because you may agree with a political perspective or idea, if the cinematography sucks, the character arc sucks, the entertainment value sucks, the show or movie simply sucks? Because anyone can make a movie saying that judging someone based on their skin or background is bad, and that's a perfectly agreeable stance to take. But if the movie has poor dialogue and poor performances, then it can't be seen as a good movie, even if you agree with the perspective. And when you look at this footage from She-Hulk and the Marvels, it's pretty damn obvious that a lot of the actual cinematic elements that create a good show were downright terrible.
Why isn't it?
Oh, gross. What?
Yeah, come at me, bro! Monica, you gotta fly.
No.
Black girl magic!
But somehow nowadays, reviews have reached this point where the message is more important than the execution, and it just needs to stop. Because we also get this other article coming from Cheat Sheet that says that Deadpool is quote-unquote toxically centrist, and somehow not choosing a political side to position itself makes the movie bad. And it also goes on to say the following: Deadpool and Wolverine tries to deflate its own masculinity with constant one-liners about homoeroticism. Of course, this is all a ploy. Review after review will laud Deadpool and Wolverine for its quote-unquote inclusive masculinity, while fans over the world will laugh at any reference to gay people with derision. I mean, come on. Have we completely forgotten the point of a movie review? It's to talk about what hinders the telling of the story and what enhances it. This statement here does neither. either. It simply makes an assumption of what the audience may or may not think while watching it because the movie itself didn't choose a political side or tell the audience what to think. I mean, that's not what movies are there to do. They're not to tell you how to think. They're not to tell you what political perspective you should have. Movies are there to tell you a good story and to entertain you, especially when it comes to the blockbuster space. Because look, I understand that touching on political themes can definitely enhance a story, enrich a story, and give it some deeper subtext. However, there's a way to do that where you're not actively telling the audience what to think, and you're also not putting that in front of telling a good story and entertaining the audience. And it's just a shame because Deadpool is exactly what Hollywood should be striving for in a sense, because the movie is diverse with multiple women, a non-binary actor, many different races, yet guess what? It didn't make that the point of the film, it didn't use them for a marketing gimmick, it simply respected them as artists and human beings and focused on telling the best story possible. Whereas so many movies in the past, especially from Disney, has looked at the race of its actors or the background of its actors and chosen to use that to market the story, and are clearly looking at these actors and these artists as pawns in order to try and make more money at the box office, and that is downright ridiculous, not to mention extremely bigoted. Yet this movie did neither of that. This movie just focused on making the most entertaining story possible, and all the marketing for Deadpool has been about the actual story, about the joy that it will bring fans. So why on earth should that be a problem? Like seriously, compare Deadpool's marketing to the previous marketing from Marvel or Disney.
Life is hard for a lot of people out there, and it's been that way for a long time. And just for people to walk out of that movie theater feeling like they just had the best 2 hours of their entire life, something that is like unexpectedly moving, but still retains all of that audacity and you know, sort of wild subversion that you come to expect with this character in this world.
In a very woman-centered world, which I was very excited to kind of be that, because I feel like Star Wars is very like patriarchal.
I know exactly what type of marketing I prefer, and I know exactly what type of marketing actually works, because it tells fans that the story is good, and it tells fans they're going to have a good time at the cinema. Telling fans this...
All of the Marvel fans and people excited for Echo. I think the thing I'm most excited for you guys to see is Choctaw community and Choctaw culture and all of the ASL in the production of Echo, in this production that's really, really badass.
Doesn't let them know anything about how good the actual story is. And Deadpool and Wolverine is just a movie that accepts and entertains everyone, no matter their opinion or perspective. That's the type of stuff that leads to a better world, a better entertainment media landscape, and this should definitely be celebrated. But what are your thoughts on this? Let me know down below in the comments. If you liked the video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you all on my next video.